Chapter 1. The Curse of the Princess in the deep and ancient jungle of Nan, where sunlight filtered through tall emerald trees and rivers sang softly over smooth stones, lived twin brothers named Li and Jam. They were born beneath the forest canopy during a storm that shook the heavens. The elders said that on the night of their birth, the gods of Nan marked them with favor. Far beyond the forest stood the king's palace. Their sorrow lived within golden walls. The king's only daughter had been born blind. The ancestors, angered by a forgotten offense long ago, had sealed her sight with a curse. Though she was kind and gentle, she had never seen the sky, the colors of flowers, or even her father's face. Legends spoke of a hidden treasure buried deep within the jungle of Nan. It was guarded by ancient forces and protected long ago by a powerful wizard from ages past. Before he died, he hid the treasure so well that no one could ever find it. That treasure, people whispered, was the only thing capable of restoring the princess's sight. When the king announced a reward honor for life, a seat at the royal table, and blessing for one's entire family, many tried and failed. None returned with success. But Li and Jam listened closely. Something stirred within them. Knowing the journey would not be ordinary, the twins did not rush into the forest blindly. Instead, they sought the gods of Nan. For many days and nights, they fasted, prayed, and burned sacred herbs beneath the moonlight. At last, the wind grew still, and a calm voice surrounded them like warm air. The gods had answered. They were told exactly what to carry: a small clay bowl of river water, white ash from a sacred tree, and a woven cord made from jungle vines. They were also given ancient words to speak when they reached the hidden place. Obey every instruction, the voice warned. Fear will test you. Sound will deceive you. Do not look back. With gratitude and steady hearts, Li and Jam prepared for the journey into the heart of Nan. The deeper they walked, the darker the jungle became. The wind whistled sharply, twisting through branches. Trees groaned as if alive. Leaves scraped against one another like whispering spirits. The air felt heavy, thick with mystery. Then they saw him. Just a few meters ahead stood a massive, ancient gorilla, leaning on a wooden walking stick. His fur was silver with age, and his eyes were wise and unblinking. He looked at them carefully and spoke only 2 words. "Follow me." Though fear gripped their chests, Li and Jam obeyed. As they walked, the gorilla's voice seemed to leap from tree to tree, echoing around them. "Do not be distracted," he warned. "Focus. Time is at hand." They tightened their courage and stayed close behind him. At the very center of the jungle, the gorilla stopped and pointed to a bare patch of ground. "Stand there." The twins stepped forward. The moment their feet touched the spot, the world vanished. They found themselves in a glowing space filled with soft golden light. Before them rested a brilliant golden egg, shining as if it held the sunrise within it. For a brief moment, awe nearly made them forget the instructions. But they remembered the gods' words. They sprinkled the ash, poured the river water gently over the egg, tied the vine cord around it, and spoke the sacred phrase exactly as instructed. The egg pulsed warmly. In an instant, they were back in the jungle, standing exactly where they had been. The golden egg was now in their hands. The old gorilla looked at them one last time. "Go, do not look back. Do not answer your name even if you hear it." They nodded and ran. As they hurried through the forest, voices called out behind them, voices that sounded like friends, like family, even like each other. The whispers fell like rain on a roof. But they did not turn. They did not answer. At last, the trees thinned, and daylight welcomed them home. When they arrived at the palace, the kingdom gathered in silence. The princess was brought forward, her eyes calm but unseeing. With gentle hands, Li and Jam placed the golden egg upon her closed eyelids. A flash of warm light burst into the air. The princess gasped. "I can see," she whispered. Tears of joy streamed down the king's face. The kingdom erupted into celebration, drums beating, people dancing, laughter rising like birds into the sky. The king kept his promise. Li and Jam, along with their families, were clothed in honor. They sat at the king's table all their days, respected and remembered. And in the jungle of Nan, the wind no longer wailed with sorrow but whispered peace.